We're joined by Mr. Govender on behalf of Naidu Consulting in affiliation with the Expanded Public Works project. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a proof that public and private partnerships work. Please tell us about your partnership.
Thank you very much. Our company is Naidu Consulting. We do a lot of civil engineering work with public departments. This is particularly with the infrastructure sector. So what we do is when we're given that work from public bodies, what we then need to do is we need to execute and we need to deliver work, and it's normally assets or services that we need to deliver with the community. What we do when we do that work is we look at the project, we look at what's coming through with that project, and what we then do is we look at elements that we can incorporate from the community and with the community with the Expanded Works program. So what we will do is typically if we're looking at constructing a road, for instance, we would look at designing the road to incorporate principles of job creation. We would look at parts of the elements of the work would specify certain components that enhance labor creation. We'd also look at specifying certain methods of construction so that we actually enhance job creation. What we do additionally is that we'll partner through training schemes. We'll partner with the community to make sure that we maximize the benefits on the job. Now this is something that needs to come through from the project manager, because if it's not done by the project manager, the client asks for A, B, C. If the consultant is actually working well with the community, they can deliver D, E, F, which is additional benefits that you get through from the program. So whilst it's required to create jobs, what we do that's different is we partner with different organizations and we partner with the community to try and find those areas. Typically, for instance, if you look at that picture there, if I'll just move you slightly this way, this is a picture in the D1613 project in Inanda. And what we did was we actually got more than 200 people trained in that particular project. And what we did in that project is that we looked at in the training that we did, and they did concrete placement training. And in the training, what we actually did was we did the practical component of the training using schools. So what we did was we actually concreted school driveways. So there's additional benefits that you can actually benefit from that just by making sure that you partner and you be smart about the way you engineer the projects. And so that is an example of how the private sector works with the public sector to maximize the benefits. We understand that there's limited funds available, but it depends on the project manager to make it work.
Thank you very much. Catch up with the FLISP, the program for the human settlement here today. Mr. Naidu is going to speak to us about it. Please tell us about this program and what it hopes to achieve.
Okay, first of all, thank you for allowing me to share this information with you guys all out there. My name is Shailen Naidu. I'm from KZN Human Settlements. We have a subsidy program here aimed at helping the middle income, the gap markets individuals looking to enter the property space. It's basically for first-time home buyers. The subsidy is aimed at people who are purchasing a property for the first time. If your salary bracket is between 3,501 Rand to 22,000 Rand per month, that's combined household income, you may qualify for a subsidy when you're purchasing your first home. So the subsidy ranges from a maximum subsidy of 121,000 Rand per month, once off, to 27,000 Rand as a minimum subsidy. So how the program works is you find a property out there in the market that you want to purchase, you go to the bank, you apply for a financial, for a bond, for a home loan. Once the bond has been approved, you then come to us and you apply for the subsidy.
I see that it's come at the right time. A lot of people are displaced at the moment countrywide with all the informal settlements that's happening around and so on. How do you feel that this might bridge the gap provincially, particularly where in KZN we suffered a lot of floods a couple of months ago in the province? How do you feel that this will make a difference for those particularly who can't afford subsidies or who do not have any access to loans in the bank? Can this program assist them?
Look, it will be a major positive for our province, seeing that there is so many people that earn in this income brackets and can't access housing because they might not be able to qualify for a full home loan of the property. So I'll give you a quick example. If a property is 300,000 and if a person is earning a certain income that may only allow them to qualify for a home loan for 250,000. So in a normal scenario, that person will obviously cancel the sale of the property because they weren't able to come up with a 50,000 rand deposit to bridge the gap. Whereas now with this subsidy, they can use the qualifying subsidy amount as a deposit. So now they can access this property. However, if a person does qualify for the full amount from the financial institution, this amount just goes into their bond account towards the home loan to now reduce their monthly installments on their bond, which obviously makes it more affordable. They can use that extra income either to pay for their children's education or to save it towards a certain goal or starting up a small business. They can even use this property to now access other means of finance to better themselves.
Thank you.
Good morning, I am Simon Lee. I am the Sales Director for Container World. Our head offices are based in Durban. We have branches nationally throughout South Africa and offices in Namibia and Angola. We have been operating in Africa since 1983 and we have established a very clear footprint throughout Africa, throughout especially Southern Africa, and sorry, I'm going to throw myself off. Start that again.
That's fine. No, continue. I'll edit it off. Yeah.
All right.
So tell us now, what is it that you do for customers?
So we provide innovative space solutions for our clients through the use of containers and container-sized modules. We prefer to stick with the modular scheme due to the effectiveness and cost effectiveness of transport and the system of using like Lego blocks to build according to exactly what clients need in a time effective and cost effective manner. We have dealt with all different facets of industries ranging from mining to agriculture to construction, from large corporates to the person on the street, and we enjoy the challenges and the innovation that comes from not just ideas that we can come up with, but networking with our clients and many different industries. For cost-effective housing, this question we've been asked before, we always said that with containers it is very time effective in terms of how quickly we can get structures done up, and some of the questions we get asked in regards to heat factors and other issues we can easily mitigate with the different materials that we use, ranging from different types of insulation, lighting and cooling systems for the units to make it habitable and exciting and safe space to live in.
Thank you.
Thank you.